In Matthew chapter 25, we have this familiar verse that tells us, "I tell you the truth, whatever you did for one of the least of these brothers of mine, you did for me." It's this mandate that we find in Matthew chapter 25 that calls us all to care for those in need. And that's what Project M25 is all about. That is our practical way to care for those who are in need and hurting here in Quito, Ecuador.
In this community, 80% of the families live in poverty.
There are many simple health problems that these children have but go untreated because they cannot afford care or the government facilities that they go to are not adequately prepared to care for them.
31% of our children are suffering from some form of malnutrition.
2 out of 3 children suffer from abuse.
Due to the poor education system, many of our children are not able to read, or they do not possess the skills needed to get a good job.
A lot of these families don't have access to clean drinking water, and so one of the things that we do here is we provide them with basic medication, which means that they're protected against diseases that can come from drinking unclean water.
We teach about the love of God and the hope that these children can have through Jesus Christ.
We teach the children about the importance of basic healthcare practices such as brushing their teeth, and then we provide them with materials like toothbrushes and toothpaste to use at home.
We do our best to intervene and help when the children have medical necessities.
We also provide the children with nutritional meals that are full of vitamins and protein to keep them healthy.
And here at Agua Viva, we offer a safe place where kids can come, learn, grow, and play.
Yo agradezco bastante a Agua Viva porque mi hija está aquí y tiene muchos beneficios en aprendizaje, en tratar de ser una buena niña. Estoy más que todo feliz y tranquilo porque es la única institución que nos ayuda aquí a nosotros.
So thank you again for allowing us to share what God has birthed here in this community through Project M25. I had the privilege of visiting the Yakima church a few years ago. I know that you are such a missions giving and oriented church. Appreciate that so much, and thank you for allowing us to share with you what God is doing here. We had a project to give water to this community. We were needing approximately $35,000, and just 2 weeks ago, God miraculously gave us that $35,000 so that we can capture a water source here on the property and begin to distribute clean, pure drinking water to the members of this community. We already have men and women of action teams lined up to come and to be a part of this and to help us build out this project. But just this past week, we learned that the local elementary school in this community has closed down and will not be serving this community the next year, which means that many of the children that we already serve in our after-school tutoring and education and nutrition programs will not have a school to go to. God has already birthed a vision within our board of directors to build out a school here on this property. This part of the land has been dedicated to building out a school here. And so we already have the architectural drawings. We're already in process of receiving the permits. And we just believe that God is giving us this opportunity in this moment to go forward and to step out in faith and to begin the next phase of the build out of this project. To begin the build out of this new nutritional and education center here on the Agua Viva Ministries campus, we have dedicated this area right here to build a powerhouse, to bring in a new electrical supply from the streets, and to put in a generator here, and to build out a new power house right here. This project is going to be approximately $50,000. As I said earlier, we already have men and women of action teams that are ready to come and help. We just need to procure the finances. So we thank you again for the opportunity to share what God is doing here. We thank you again for your missions-oriented heart and for what God continues to do through your church. May God bless you. Que Dios les bendiga.